Hello everyone, welcome back to another video for Destiny 2 Season of the Dawn. Today we'll be covering the weekly reset guide for December 31st, 2019. I know this one is very late, but bear in mind it is crazy it being New Year's Eve. But I want to say guys, thank you guys so much for the support. This year has been crazy, and since Shadowkeep has dropped, we've managed to make it to 23,000 subscribers. And I just want to thank every single person for watching my videos and keeping up with them as best as they can, and just showing me the support that it's been great. Thank you guys so much. But today we'll be covering every single thing on the map after the little monologue there that I went on. So if you guys have watched my weekly reset guides first, you already know that I still go from every single system and see what there is new. So of course this week is Mars being the flashpoint. So simply do weekly activities on Mars, public events. The Heroic Adventure Psionic Potential is a really good Heroic Adventure to do, along with Deathly Tremors. This one doesn't take long at all, so you'll be able to pump that out no problem to get it done. On Mercury today, the Scion that you need to kill is I believe it's the Void one. So if you need to kill him still, I would recommend going to go kill him. Of course, Osiris this week has nothing new, just because, Saint 14 is here, and for some reason we won't be getting anything new from Osiris, but whatever. For the Vanguard strikes this week, the modifiers are Void Singe, Iron, and Heavyweight. As for the Ordeal this week, we have Savathun's Song. You can also get the Horror Pulse Rifle, I believe it is, for the Nightfall exclusive loot. Not as good as D1, but of course, whatever. The Insight Terminus, of course, is one of the few Nightfalls that you can play as. Not too bad. The Pyramidion, which is obviously, Brachion, the Genesis Mind, we get the Sniper, and the Hollow Layer is for a Mindbender's Ambition. So if you want to get any specific loot, I believe the Insight Terminus is one of the few strikes in this game that does not have any loot. Even if there is, I'm not even sure what it is, because I've never seen it drop. But if you're still trying to get the LMG from the previous season, this is a great place to farm it. I never came out with a video for it, but there is one around. I will come out with that in the future. It won't be as helpful, because it's so far from when Shadowkeep launched. But I would rather just have it on my channel for any future viewers. So now that we've covered the Nightfalls, you guys know, of course, Gambit, there's nothing new. So we're not going to go into Gambit. This week is Mayhem, and Countdown is the weekly game modes. Of course, Survival, Elimination, Control, and Rumble are the usual ones, plus private matches and Classic Mix. Mayhem, I love this game mode. It's probably one of my favorites, and if you need super kills or anything like that, I would highly recommend doing Mayhem. I think the unfortunate part about Iron Banner last week is the bounty was glitched for multiple people, so we won't see Iron Banner for a while. Hopefully Bungie can get on their shit and fix it. All due respect towards Bungie, they've been biffing it this new season with all the glitches and all that with the finishers, etc., etc. But I have, 2% faith that they'll fix it. That's 2%. 98% that they won't. They won't do it. So, the nightmares this week are Omnigul, Skolos, the Kell of Kells, and the Fanatic. And of course, in the deep, you need to go grab the Cryptoglyph, not a bad mission. And of course, Eris's weekly stuff, do bounties, and then kill nightmares. You know what's funny? I still have to return to the Lectern of Enchantment. I just haven't done it. But that's it for this week, guys. So, of course, what we're going to do now is we are going to go into the tower, and we're going to go cover every single bounty that the vendors are selling this week. Of course, the Dawning is still here. This is the last week for the Dawning, so if you have anything else to complete, I would recommend doing that. This entire week I'll be coming out with the Triumph videos to just wrap it up. And now we will go into the tower and see what we have to do. Or sorry, what bounties there will be. So now that we're in the tower, guys, of course, we're going to go to each vendor. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Tower Obelisk, and I'm going to show you all the weekly bounties that you get from, yeah, I know, that Triumph keeps popping. So, of course, the Fractaline Skimmer, you can get 6 of these per week. I do not need it because all my obelisks are fully upgraded. But if you still need to do that, guys, I would recommend picking it up. So, this week we have Finger on the Pulse, defeat enemies using pulse rifles. No Fury like a Guardian Scorned, which I have a video on. If you guys want to go check that out, it is on my channel. I got the fastest way of doing it. We then have Complete Patrols Anywhere in the System. Of course, I have a video on that one as well. Clear Lost Sectors in the System. Not too hard. I mean, I'll probably do a video on it, but just do the one in Trostlands. Boom, video done. Like, comment, subscribe. Down below, 3 birds, 1 stone. Complete Adventures Anywhere in the System. Of course, that's the one from last week that I never brought a video out on. And finally, we have End Simulation, followed by No Time to Lose. Using kinetic weapons rapidly defeat enemies in group of 3 or more without taking damage. Not bad for bounties this week. You know, obviously there's been harder ones, but now what we're going to do is we're going to check out everything in the store, because I never did that at the beginning of the video. My apologies. So this week we got a bunch of items featured. We have, obviously, the Snowflake Projection, the Amnesia S2, the Shower of Gifts, and then, of course, there's the weekly offerings such as Card Shuffle, Bust a Move, Wind Chill, Fond Memories, the Great Pigeon, and the Crystalline Shell.
Anything you want?
Which, it's not a bad shell, but, I mean, why is it so, like, bulky, you know? So, of course, we have that, and now we're going to go down below to the Bright Dust, because that's what 90% of the people want to know.
Switch the routes.
God, this game has slow-ass load times.
No
So, the
word
Bright
from
Dust
French
items that
today.
the Tess Everest is selling this week is a Graceful Spin, so obviously it's a 10 out of 10 right there. We have the Amnesia S2, which this actually has a really great piece of lore. This is actually talking about Aldrin. As you guys can see, you know, it's actually a really, really good piece of lore. I think that the ship, you know, just explains, obviously, because Bungie, not that they're being lazy, I think they really neglected Aldrin for the past year, and doing the little cinematic of him being revived and not amounting that to anything was a real piss off. So, of course, the Convectory Shell, I've already showed you guys that. We have Bust a Move for all the... I'm just going to stop. Breath of Stars, the Glad Tidings, and then the Wind Chill. Then, of course, we have Snowy Entrance, Shower of Gifts, Resilient Laurel, Dawning Tranquility, and then the Consumables. I'm actually going to pick up the Snowman Trend that effect, because I like snowmen. Don't take that the wrong way. So, now that we've done that, of course, we're going to check Tess Everest, Eva Levante.
Let's take a look.
Her bounties stay relatively the same. Of course, bake delicious treats in her oven and then deliver the holiday treats. I don't like that this is 50 and this is 25. That doesn't make any sense. It should be 25-25.
So much safer with you.
But now that we've covered that, we're going to go visit good old Zavala and see what his weekly bounties are, of course. And then we're going to wrap up the video after we see a bunch of them. So, this week he's doing Thin the Horde as usual, and multiple strikes defeat hive enemies, and do 3 strikes, solar, and 3 strikes, and then of course you have the bounties this season, you know. It's a living. So now we've covered that, we're going to go check out Lord Shax and see what he has. So far, the bounties this week stay relatively the same. I don't know why that is, but it'd be nice if they could change them up a bit. So this week we have complete Crucible matches, wins grant the most efficient progress, and then Spark the Flame, complete Crucible matches, and defeat opponents with solar damage. So these two you can pair together. It's nice that they actually changed it this week instead of doing solar and void, but now that we've done that, you know, those bounties won't be too hard to cover, of course. Now we're going to go check out Banshee, and then we have Saint 14 to do, Hawthorne, and then the Drifter, and that will wrap up this weekly reset for you guys. Of course, I still have the symmetry here because I want to make a video on that. And we have down here, we have scout rifle targeting and major spec, and of course the materials. So make sure you grab these if you don't already have them. I didn't have scout rifle targeting, so I picked that up. Unfortunately, the cursed calibration weekly bounty, basically this bounty here for me is still glitched. I don't have it in my inventory, and I did it once at the beginning of the season. And for some reason, Banshee says that I've always done it. This is the first time I'm logging on to Destiny 2 today, so I don't know why it says that I have done it. Of course, we have field calibration. I think in my future resets, I'm not going to count Banshee as a weekly reset person to go see in my videos, just because his bounties are relatively the same and they're not too strenuous or life-changing. Now that we've done that, we're going to go visit good old Saint 14 and see if he has anything to say to us. So Saint 14 unfortunately does not have anything else available this week. Of course, we do have the bounties. So rank and file is just to defeat Cabal, defeat enemies with melee energy, so personal space or melee ability kills, defeat enemies with solar damage, cleansing fire, and then defeat Cabal with precision damage. These are, you can literally just all pair them together. I mean, they're not too difficult to pair. So that's Saint 14. Now let's go check out the other vendors. So, of course, Hawthorne's clan bounties this week are Flock, Prey, Pick Clean, defeat other Guardians in Gambit with clanmates, complete Crucible matches with clanmates, in other words, 10 of them, and then complete any raid with clanmates. And then, of course, if you've done the clan perk and you haven't unlocked, you have to complete the ordeal with clanmates. Higher difficulties grant the most efficient progress. The weekly raid challenge this week are Hold the Line, which will be done in the Scourge of the Past raid, the Keep Out challenge, which is done in the Last Wish, and of course the Limited Blessings challenge, which is done in the Last Wish raid as well. Now that we've covered Hawthorne, let's go see the Drifter for the final part of the video, guys, and that will wrap it up. I just wanted to say, you know, I'm not going to edit this out. I said it at the beginning of the video, but I want to say thank you guys again so much for the support on my videos. I know some of them have got low views, but to me, every view counts. I know I'm not the most popular person who covers Destiny 2 content. In other words, my channel is kind of more the low-end people who stumble across my videos that other YouTubers don't want to do, such as the weekly bounties on how to do them fast. But I want to just help you guys and make sure that you can do them as fast as possible. And again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching my videos and subscribing and just being all around really great people and giving me the support to end the year off great. But now that we're over the lovey-dovey stuff, let's talk to the Drifter, and then we'll wrap this up. Of course, we have On the Grind. Earn points by defeating enemies, defeating guardians, and banking moats. The usual bounty. Might of the Traveler. Earn points by casting supers, defeating enemies with supers, and creating orbs of light. And then, of course, we have Yes Sir, I'm a Closer, which is just the basic Gambit bounties that the Drifter likes to do. But that will wrap up the Drifter's stuff this week. And that will wrap up the weekly reset for December 31st, 2019. It's been a great year, guys. And I want to say, stay safe out there. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's to all. Merry Christmas. Of course, Christmas has already passed, but I want to say that anyways. I want to make sure that, you know, everyone stays safe out there. If you're going to go partying, make sure you have a ride home, of course. And, you know, don't drink and drive. I know it's, you know, end of 2019. Just don't be crazy, please. But thank you guys so much for watching. So do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification box. I'm posting daily Destiny content. If you'd like to game on Destiny 2 or anything like that, feel free to drop your PSN ID in the comment section down below. And while you're there, do me a favor and tell me how I did in the video. You liked it, you didn't like it, just tell me, I'd like to know. See you guys in the next one. So do me a favor, have a great day, Happy New Year's, and peace out.
You know I'm like a ghost.